Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are still just about top of the league with Forest Green Rovers. Let's go play some football. Hello and welcome back to part 17 of our Forest Green Zero to Hero series. That is a long title. I need to work out how to say that quicker. Where today we have got two more matches in the league for you. A match against former club Grimsby, and then we will be playing at Bristol Rovers 9 days later as well. As you can see, we are still top of the league, although only by 1 point. Millwall not far behind us, Preston, Peterborough, Rotherham, all of those clubs capable of overtaking us with what? Is it 7 games left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 games left, and there are 4 to 5 clubs capable of overtaking us in the league. It is going to be a difficult run-in. Since you were last with me, we have played through 4 more matches. The form is still very, very hit and miss. We had a draw against Bolton directly after yesterday's episode. We then beat Yeovil 2-0, but then we lost 2-0 to Crewe, and then we've beaten Bradford City 2-0. I don't really know where we stand in this league. We're very, very hit and miss. Today, though, Grimsby in 10th, Bristol Rovers in 11th. It was going to be Grimsby and Charlton, but the Charlton match has been rearranged because at that point where it was, we're going to have 5 players out on international duty, which I think is quite impressive for a club of our size. Maybe, let me know what you think. I feel it's impressive for a League One club. This is going to be our lineup for the match against Grimsby. Then we've got Brian in goal, Sidon Pickles, Fagan Walcott and Payne as our back four, Nightingale and Suckdy in midfield, Kabaya, Konechny, MacDonald and Robertson are front four today. I think as well, and I would like to know your thoughts down in the comments. Let me know what you think. We do need to start thinking about what we're going to be doing when we get to the championship in the league above. I mean, it looks like it's going to happen. It's increasingly likely, and I don't know what we're going to get in the way of transfer budget. So at the moment, obviously, I don't think the board thought we were going to get promoted this season. I don't think we thought we were going to get promoted this season. But as it stands, next season's guaranteed transfer budget is about £300,000, which for a club that's got a promotion followed by a promotion into the championship wouldn't be a lot of money. I'd imagine that will change. I'd imagine that will get increased if we do get into the championship. But when we do get into the championship, what should we be looking for in terms of, never mind. Do you know what? Every time we talk about getting promoted, we do this. We just concede goals. Why is this? Why have we become so leaky at the back? I refuse to lose to Grimsby. I'd say in terms of the in-game persona, I feel like we'd refuse to lose to Grimsby even more than we refuse to lose to Swindon. It's all very, very annoying. Go back to what I was saying, while we just keep an eye on what's happening. What would you do with the transfer budget, assuming it's not going to be enough, really, to completely rebuild the team with championship quality players? Would you go in and try and find those sort of journeymen, the players that are probably getting on a bit, they're probably 30 to 35, but are good enough for a season in League One to keep us up, and then hopefully bring in, not League One, Championship, sorry, and then hopefully bring in some more players and build like that? Or would you instead go after the young players that have either championship or premiership potential and go after those with a view of, we're probably going to get relegated this season, but we're bounced straight back into the championship, and then we'll have a team capable of staying there in 2 seasons' time? Let me know, what would you do? Would you build for the current season? Would you build for the future season and the longevity of the club? All of that, though, doesn't really matter unless we go and continue winning matches. And as of right now, we are losing against Grimsby, and we haven't really looked like we're going to change that too much. So I think after this highlight, we probably go attacking, although Kabaya is trying to get us on the counter-attack there. Couldn't quite get there in time, and now he just gets annoyed with the fact that he couldn't quite get there in time. And just cut as a Grimsby player there. I mean, we're not looking too bad if you look at the match stats over here. Just we don't seem to be offering a huge amount, and it's very frustrating. So we have now gone attacking. MacDonald flying down this right-hand side. He's playing very, very narrow, considered he's a winger. and he's meant to be an actual player as a winger, go to the byline, cross it into the box for an awaiting Robertson, most likely. But he did seem to be playing very inverted there, considering that he shouldn't be an inverted winger. Grimsby, once again, on the attack here. Payne has managed to deal with that one and nod it back to Sol Bryan in goal, who now just looks ahead of himself, looking for where could he launch this ball. He's going to launch it very, very long, looking for Robertson. He does find him. Sukti finds it instead. Konechny now through on goal, and he does score his 12th goal of the season. I think he's the only man other than Paul Robertson to actually be in double digits in terms of goals. He's very, very important. Had to step up a lot as well since we let Vangelis go, because he was kind of the rotation central attacking midfielder, and now he is the first choice central attacking midfielder. I think that went through the goalkeeper's legs as well. Lovely stuff. We love to see it. Lewis Payne is only one yellow card away. Yeah, I don't care. And now you've made me click on a player that I did not want to click on. Football Manager there just doing me in, apparently, and we are probably going to need to make some changes after this highlight as players start getting tired. We did give them a couple of days rest at the start of this week because we didn't have a game for 11 days, so it felt like a good time to give them a little bit of a rest, let them go home, recharge their batteries, etc, etc. So hopefully they won't be getting tired quite as quickly as they have been in recent matches. Grimsby here playing tiki-taka football before launching it into the box for Griever, who keeps coming up on my scouting reports as someone we should buy. We have instead opted for Paul Robertson for next season. I think that's the right decision. Right, Lewis Payne is tired. Daley Campbell can come on. Nightingale is tired as well. Daniel Jones is going to come on for him. I think that's all we need to do for the moment. So we'll just confirm those couple of substitutions as we see yet another highlight that's starting with Grimsby on the ball. Griever once again played in, and we've just got no one watching that man. It's hit the post. This is a very stressful experience at the moment. And something's happened there. I don't really know what's happened. I think Robertson has pushed the player that he was trying to beat for the header. As it stands as well, Millwall have gone above us. So if we could grab another goal, that would be some lovely stuff. Fagan Walcott's going to come off for Matteson. We're then going to have to look and make our 3 other substitutions. I think Logan Briggs can come on for Sukti in there. And to be honest, none of our front 3 are doing too much here. By front 3, I mean this bit, not Konechny. Konechny's doing fantastic. Kabaya is doing absolutely nothing now. So Oliver Iro is going to come on that left wing for him as we just try and find a late goal in this tie. We've looked pretty decent, but unfortunately Grimsby have looked equally decent. So a 1-1 draw is probably a fair result. It's just not one that we want to accept and allow Millwall to go above us. It would still mean we'll be in the automatic promotion spots unless we concede a late one. Conceding and actually losing this much against Grimsby, that could be a little bit more of an issue. I mean, I was about to say, even if we draw, we do stay in the automatic promotion spots. So it's not the end of the world in terms of a promotion. It's just, if we're going to get promoted, we quite like to do it via winning the League One. But instead now, I think that's going to dip us down into potentially the playoff positions. I mean, let's have a look. Let's have a look a second. It's going to bring up the league now. Where do we sit? Right. We are still second, but only on goal difference. So Preston, Peterborough, Rotherham, Charlton, they're all capable of catching up with us in the next 6 matches. Swindon, Grimsby. It is very, very tight at the top here. If you have a look at this, I mean, 10th and above, realistically, could still all overtake us. 11th, actually, and above could still all overtake us. I don't think we play Millwall before the end of the season, but I do need to quickly probably have a look at that and see if we do, because if we do, that's going to be a very, very important tie. But if we have a look at our matches for the rest of the season, we've got Bristol Rovers, Wickham, Charlton, Preston is going to be a big match, Tranmere and Birmingham. I mean, we're going to play for the Bristol Rovers match. We're going to come back in tomorrow's episode for the last 2 matches of the season, which will be Tranmere and Birmingham, and we'll see where we are at that point. But what we really need to do quickly is stop dropping points, because if you look at our recent results, I mean, this month already, we've lost 2 matches and won 2, so that's 6 points gone begging. We didn't win a match here for 3 matches at the end of February. You compare that to the start of the season where it was a lot more wins. Yes, there were losses in there, but look at the month of September, sorry. Lots of wins. Yes, a loss against Plymouth, but lots of wins. We are struggling a little bit here, and I don't like it. We haven't got another match, though, for 9 days. We'll probably give the guys a little bit more of a rest if we can, but we then have got 2 matches in the same week, so if we can give them a bit of a rest here, we're going to go do that. We'll come back in a minute for that match against Bristol Rovers, and hopefully a bit of a better result for us. Okay, and here is our lineup for the match against Bristol Rovers. It's much the same as the lineup from a minute ago, with, I believe, just the one change. It's Brian in goal, Sidon, Pickles, Fagan, Walcott and Payne as our back 4. Knight again in Saturday midfield. Iro comes in for Kabaya on the left-hand side. Konechny, Matt Donald and Paul Robertson. And realistically, we just need to be looking for a much better performance than what we just did against Grimsby. Bristol Rovers in much the same position in the league that Grimsby were, and we can at least get back into the automatic promotion spots here. We can see we're not going to be able to actually go top of the league because of what matches other people have played, etc., but we could at least get back and above Peterborough, because we have a much superior goal difference as it stands. Nightingale here going to be taking a corner, whipping that one into near post, and Fagan Walcott does get on the end of it for his 4th goal of the season. Lovely stuff. That is a good start for us. We've been practicing the set pieces on the training ground, building up to this one, and that has paid dividends pretty early on there, with Fagan Walcott rising above everyone for the first corner of the game, which allows us to go 1-0 up against Bristol Rovers, or as they are called by Football Manager up here, Bro. Another corner, Sidon looking for Fagan Walcott at the far post this time. Almost manages to get another goal there, does our centre-back. Not quite managing it, but nonetheless managing. We're not actually going to be able to break into these automatic promotion spots because Peterborough are playing as well, and they've got a game in hand. Well, we've got a game in hand, sorry. So assuming that they win theirs today, we're going to finish the episode in 3rd place, provided again that we actually win ours, because that at the moment is never ever an actual definite that's happening. Iro has managed to collect this on the left, trying to play in Sukti, and Sukti has been brought down. It is going to be a penalty for Forest Green Rovers, and imagine it is Konechny taking it. It will be for his, is it 13th goal of the season? Can he score it though? That is the main question. He can, sending the goalkeeper the wrong way. This is a good start. This is the performance we were looking for after that loss at Grimsby. And I think we can be very happy with how we started here. Konechny getting his 13th goal of the season via that penalty, just slotting that one in the bottom of the net, and the goalkeeper going the wrong way. And it is looking very good for us at the moment. Bristol Rovers relaunching us here with a goal kick. Fagan Walcott, absolutely solid as always in defence. I think he is a player that potentially could make a step up to the Championship should we get there as well. I don't think we'd have too many qualms about keeping him as a centre-back, unless we find centre-backs that are vastly superior. I think I'd be quite happy to continue playing him in the Championship. That's a brilliant ball forward there to Matt Donald. He's whipped across into Robertson, who does get on the end of it for his 28th goal of the season. It's great to see as well that we've already got a transfer range for him and a 30-goal a season striker, because I have no doubt he's going to score at least 2 more in the next 5 games or so. And it is our 30-goal a season striker, Paul Robertson, who will be joining permanently, as I mentioned, in the summer. I think he will be decent in the Championship. I don't expect him to score as many in the Championship as he has done in League One, at least initially. But he's definitely got the quality to continue being a part of this team. I don't think we need to worry too much about our players up front. Apparently, Sukti is looking a bit tired. Let's just have a look at that a second. Is he looking a bit? Yeah, Sukti is looking a bit tired. So we'll bring on Logan Briggs for Sukti in the Mazzala position. Briggs had a really first good couple of matches for the for the side and hasn't really done a lot since. Sedan trying to look there for Pickles, does manage to find him, but Pickles can't quite keep his header down. But we're looking very, very comfortable here at the moment against Bristol Rovers. And it does mean we're going to still be chasing this top three of Peterborough and Millwall. Chasing this top three, chasing this top two. We are the top three. Millwall and Peterborough just above us, but there's not a huge amount in it at the moment. Right, 80th minute. Job you would think now is done. Let's make some substitutions. Danny Smith can come on that side. Daly Campbell on this side. Matteson can come on for Pickles. And I feel like, who else do we bring on here? Maybe Bigotto comes on the left-hand side for Iro. It's all our substitutions all at once, but I don't see Bristol getting back into this in the last 10 minutes. We're looking like we were going to get another goal there with that free kick. It was very, very close. It was well worked again as a set piece. But yeah, Bristol Rovers haven't really been in this game today. You probably noticed I went attacking within a couple of minutes of the start of this tie. The moment it looked like we would be capable of dominating it. And it has paid off. It does mean we have a game in hand. We're 3 points behind Peterborough, who are top. We've got a better goal difference than them. So we win our game in hand. We go back to being top of the league and looking like we're winning it, which is fantastic. Again, I mean, if you have a look at the club vision stuff for this season, avoid relegation from League One. As it stands, it looks like we're going to win it, maybe be in the playoffs, but we're going to be very, very near the top. And it is quite funny to look forward as well, because we've already passed work towards becoming an established League One team. You can see that. So we passed that 3 years early. Record a League One top half finish. We're on course. I don't think we're likely to not do that. So we're going to have passed that 4 years early. It does raise the question as well that if we do get promoted, do we go and look for another job? This is kind of our profile at the moment. Our reputation isn't great, but you have a quick look over at the job security page. Obviously, with a little bit of the season still to play, there are teams that are starting to lose managers. Nottingham Forest are going to get relegated, but their manager's insecure. But teams as well, like, I mean, if Juventus came and went, would you like to be our manager? We're off to Juventus. Auxerre, Bordeaux, probably pretty much the same things. After that, there isn't anyone I think we'd be interested in, but that is obviously a potential scenario as well, that we end up moving clubs in the summer before we go and have a really hard league season with Forest Green and get relegated. I'm not sure yet. We'll work that out in the next couple of episodes. But if you have enjoyed this one, then please do drop a like down below. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And thank you very much for watching.